years, I've had this red bike, so no, I don't change out my bikes that often.
All I know is that I remember with you with a bike in like your bedroom, and then I'm not sure if you used it again.
The red bike? I use the red bike all the time.
No, it was like white.
White?
It was like silverish, grayish. I mean, probably not white, but I mean like.
That's certainly possible. I may have forgotten it.
Maybe you never got it like running or something, but like I know I saw like at least a white frame bike in your room.
I mean, it's probably likely that I was holding it for Alex.
Maybe.
That definitely sounds like maybe something I would have gotten from Alex to hold on to. Because he's a fucking weirdo that needs, I don't know, man. He's the kind of guy to call you at like fucking 2 o'clock and tell you he needs fucking bananas for some reason. Oh, I went out to the Hagens today and they had a community appreciation day.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, they give back to the community. They give you like a goodie bag of free shit. You don't have to do anything for it. You just take it and you just grab a bunch of free shit.
I'm sure all the liberals fell for it.
And then you spin a wheel and you get to win one of the prizes. And I did. And then they were like, oh, you landed on 9. That means you get to choose any prize you want.
Whoa, that sounds good.
And I chose Little Ducky Timer. Got a little ducky boy now. I can choose. I can. So I had a chicken timer before, but I think it broke.
Did I use all the glass? No, it's gonna be here. You had a chicken timer before?
Yeah, you remember my chicken timer.
I think so. It's like a twisty one, and had the.
A little duck timer now.
Ah, alright.
I feel like it's gonna help because I've been using this like online timer for certain things, but like I'm getting a good vibe. Like I'm thinking about trying to do that thing where I like time it out, where I like start writing for like I time it out for a certain amount, and then I like time, and then it would be a way for me to be productive.
I'm not sure. I mean, if it works for you, I'm just gonna say I don't really think like creative pursuits and timers work that well together.
Well, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try it. I'm willing to try anything that could work.
Did you hear about this or something, or is this just like something that you're just inventing and trying off of a whim?
I promise you, I did not invent this.
Oh, okay.
I have seen a fucking 80 trillion fucking self-help guides. And, like, this is in a lot of them. There's so many of them. Just like, you just work on this project for, like, 30 minutes, and you take, like, a 2-hour break, and then you do it, like, you work on it for 30 minutes, and before you know it, man, it's just done. And I've heard that, like, so many fucking times. And so, you know what? I'm giving it a shot. I want to try it, honestly.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Pringles.
Ain't no building drama today.
That's good.
All been chill, which is nice. Believe it or not, I don't actually like it when the drama. I like hearing about drama sometimes from an entertainment perspective, but I don't like being embroiled in drama. Believe it or not, I actually don't like that. It actually sucks. know.
I think the best kind of drama is when you're playing like a multiplayer game and some guy is just like bringing the fucking drama, and then there's some other guy who's just not having it, and then they go at it for the entire match.
There are some people who enjoy that. I am not usually one of them. I think I have too much empathy usually to like. I always get too in my head about it when I hear like two different people arguing and getting in their feelings about stuff.
It's like moon gravity now. Wee.
Like I'm so far in it that like when I hear about that, I
Hey,
always
Nick.
like neutron brain blast myself into universe and then think about what choices led up into that moment of their life where they made that decision.
Me as an empath. No, I mean, it does sound like you're exactly describing an empath.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying. I can't turn it off, you know. I just do it, and then I can't enjoy any of the conflict because I just feel like, man, this is, you know, it's not a comedy, it's a tragedy. It's the reverse Joker, you know? I worked real hard, though. I worked hard.
Does Jump Boost 2 actually allow you to jump over? Oh, it does allow you to jump 2 blocks. What the hell?
Bruh.
I thought I remembered, maybe it was like when the beacon first came out, that Jump Boost only allowed you to jump 1.5 blocks.
Maybe you only had jump boost 1.
That could also be the case.
My neighbors, here's the thing about my neighbors. I always like, these are neighbors that I like, and talking about neighbors that I like. I like to be in the green. I don't like to owe anybody anything. In fact, I like it to be the opposite, where they owe me a favor.
This is very this is very reminiscent of what I've heard some stories, namely on 4chan, about like people who grew up in like Jewish communities, and about how like Jewish people would always try to like have leverage over people and like do favors so that they could have that kind of leverage.
Leverage is such an unkind and dirty way to phrase it. I wouldn't put it like that. Leverage is more like what you would be like, you do me a favor. There's more of a sinister connotation. Whereas, like, this is more like, China social credit score type shit, where it's like, you've been good boy, now, good thing happened.
Yeah, you definitely feel like one of those people who would use leverage just based on how you're trying to walk back from the definition. Oh no, it's just a favor, my dude. Let me do you a favor, man. And then like in the future, when I need help, maybe you could help me too.
Here's the thing: I'm not above using leverage, but I'm not that much of a scumbag. I really don't go that far,
Yeah, I mean I know you're not bad, but there are some people who.
I'll put it to you in succinctly. So, like, it's basically like a bonus objective on my quest. It would be like if I was questing and there were 2 bonus objectives, and it's like, ooh, I get extra things for that, cool. And it's like, then, if I ever fall behind, now that I've completed the bonus objectives, if I fuck up, then I have a little bit of a safety net. And then I can be like, hey, that's kind of hard. So I have some bonus objectives. Alex wants honey. He wants a bottle of honey. should be able to get it back. But when I do, then it'll be, I've maintained the friendship. I've done a little tiny bit.
Friendship maintenance, like a car.
Yep. And then, the other neighbor needs a pair of sandals and some shampoo. Which I can get at Value Village for very cheap. And the shampoo is not that expensive, so that will also take a couple weeks. But I'm willing to invest so that I have the safety net, so I don't,
Yeah, I mean, it's all very logical and thought out and stuff. It's cool. Very nice.
Well, you never know a neighbor from a neighbor, and when you do, you want to be and it's like, hey, remember when I was extremely nice and did all these very nice things for you that I really didn't have to? But I absolutely smashed it and came through for you. Now I have that, and it's something I can access. And I'm not necessarily holding this over their heads, because they can still tell me no, but it's something that, increases the likelihood of them saying yes if I need a favor, and also maintains the friendship, and also it's just good to do, because it's nice. So I have a couple bonus objectives.
Bonus ducks.
Bonus ducks. And then I have some sub-objectives, which is clean my house, which is something I really want to do because I got this new steam cleaner working because of Dad. Replace the plug on the steam cleaner. So now I can deep clean my apartment. But I don't want to, see, now that I can deep clean it, I want to go all in. I want to get it as clean as I can fucking get it.
You're reminding me of like those people where it's like they make the post where it's like, you're old when you're exciting for new cleaning supplies or something like that.
It's true though. I got a couple new things. I got this electric spin brush thing on Temu, where it's like a spinning cleaning thing. I'm probably gonna use it more in like the kitchen. I don't know if I really don't want to use it on the bathroom. For obvious reasons.
I do remember your sink just looking like ass because you like put black nail polish in it.
It's mostly just hair now, me shaving and not cleaning down. There's no nail polish in it.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's really odd. Why do you leave the hair in?
Just laziness, really.
I guess.
But hey, at least I wash my bed sheets. I also brush my teeth. I got this water pick. I got this water pick that like blasts water between my teeth.
Nice. Oh yeah, I live with Dad, and it's like if you shave and you leave a big mess behind, he's gonna get mad.
Oh yeah, that's gotta suck.
But then again, I only shave like once a year, so.
What else do I have here? I got like three or four different things from Temu. I got that stupid neck fan thing, where it's like a fan that you wear around your neck, and I've been seeing ads for them everywhere. It's very it's not loud until you put it around your neck and you realize how loud it is.
Did you not read customer reviews?
I mean, it was only $5.
Oh.
I mean, it works, kind of. I mean, if you're in sweltering butt-ass heat, it's not going to do anything. But if you're in, like, moderately kind of warm weather, it'll probably cool you down a little bit.
It appears that our minds and our bodies will no longer respond to moderate stimulation. Seem to be approaching an age of the gross. I think I said that backwards. You know what I was quoting though?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's Spiro Agnew.
What is that?
He's the last vice president to resign. He was Richard Nixon's vice president. But he did have some pretty good speeches. He was pretty right about like the media and about like the youth and like the college education. You know, he's talking about like, oh, the student goes to college to proclaim rather than to learn. I mean, I guess that could be like, you know, in response to like some of like, you know, the protests and the disruptions, but like also, you know, like the social justice of like today, it's not exactly too wrong. You know, they're not going to college, you know, so they can learn how to build a rocket or an engine. They're going to college so that they can, you know, be affirmed that they are the victims and white people are the aggressors and whatnot.
This seems like some very obscure knowledge to you, like looking at like the speeches of what vice presidents have to say.
I don't know. I mean, like, if it's a good speech, it's a good speech. It doesn't really matter who says it.
Well, I'm just kind of wondering, like, because I always backtrack, I always reverse engineer everything, so I'm figuring, like, how does he know this? Or how did this come to be?
Oh, I mean, I guess I heard it, like, in a, I heard it in a, whatchamacallit, like a song that remixed it. It's very odd. It remixed the fucking, Spiro Agnew speech into it. I can't remember what the song was called. I know it was part of Glitch Hop by a YouTube channel called X Kaito Music, which I don't think X Kaito themselves remixed the song. I think they just put the song on and someone else had remixed it.
It makes sense that you would have heard it in a song.
But then I went out and actually saw, I looked up the speech itself, and it's pretty good. I know other speeches from him. It's very...
You found out about it through the song, right?
I guess, vaguely. I mean, like, it wasn't the whole speech that was put into the song, mind you. It was just like a little bit. And so I just looked it up, and then it turns out it was actual, like, well put together speech.
Sometimes people have, like, pointlessly obscure knowledge, and it's like, where would you have even come up with the initial thought to look up that up or find that information? You know? I'm not criticizing you, like, it's fine. It's a vice president speech that sounds pretty good.
I mean, it's not like a campaign speech. He was just going around, like, the country. You know. I feel like he was a little bit more active of a vice president than, like, probably Pence or Kamala Harris is nowadays.
I really don't, I don't pay attention to anyone in the political sphere that I don't hear about on Boosh or Hassan. And I only listen to them, like, I really don't, I'm not, like, I don't listen to every single, like, thing that they put out.
Yeah, Vouch is like, he makes content on literally everything. It's very hard to keep up with
I
him.
like variety content. I like hearing his opinions on things that aren't just politics.
Yeah.
There's only so many ways you can just say, like, Republican bad, before it's just like, yeah, man, there's not much you can do to change that. Sure, like, I feel like we're connected, you know? I feel like everything that I think is something that Bausch thinks, and then other people makes it a little bit nicer.
That could just be like a projection, where it's like he presents himself as a very articulate man who wins conversations, so you want to envision yourself as, you know, something like him. And you even like change some of your beliefs to fit his, so that you can pretend to be like him even more.
That's bullshit. Too long.
I mean, you know, kind of like the Sigma grind set. There's a lot of people who are like, I don't actually hate women, but when I started to do this, I did start to hate women. You know, kind of thing.
Don't compare me to those fucking pathetic losers.
I don't know.
No, I don't know about this. Like, even when I'm completely ignorant about a subject and I don't really know anything, I feel like him and I are on the same, like, wavelength, you know? I kind of, like, think is on, like, the same kind of wavelength that Bausch has. And it's not a matter of me emulating him, it's that we're thinking the same way. So it's not a fucking conscious process, it's an unconscious process. And I'll just tell you, and I'll be like, oh my god, that's something that I thought.
I mean, like, it's not uncommon for people to say things that are just commonly true. In fact, it's an easy way for people to believe what you say is to say something that is true, and then you get other people believing that you say true things because you've said one or two things that are obviously true.
I want more than most people on this planet, I think. When I tell you that I connect with Boosh more than I do with, like, pretty much, like, 90% of anyone else that I watch. Not even necessarily, I mean, on a political level, but I feel like just, like, on spiritual level, you know, for, like, most things. I mean, we're obviously different people, so we can't connect on everything, but, like, I definitely feel like it's the Boosh and, a little bit of, like, the Amazing Atheist and, like, Paul's ego. Although I do think Paul's ego is really, it goes a little bit too far sometimes. You know, I like Scotty. Scotty is getting cooler. Scotty is, the Amazing Atheist brother. And, like, Scotty is so underrated. If you watch, Pratt Pride at all, like, he brings a certain sort of subdued, chaotic energy to the podcast, and I like his cadence and the way that he speaks. It's very cool. Yeah, Scotty, the unsung hero of the onion nuggets and the drunken peasants and whatever.
I don't know about the drunken peasants.
Well, they're not called the drunken peasants anymore. The drunken peasants are actually a new thing now. But, like, they're called onion nuggets, but it's like, it's basically the three, it's the main guys now. They're the main guys now.
Oh. Did they get word filtered by YouTube? They were soy nuggets.
Nope.
It was a joke.
Filters. It has everything to do with
Ogres are like onions. We have layers.
it's a random name that he pulled out of his ass and he admitted that. Same deep fat fried, which is what it was called before, is also just a random name.
It just seemed like he had food on the mind for both of them.
I don't think the constant rebranding is really doing them any favors.
For the next one, we should call ourselves pizza philosophers.
Point, like, why not? I mean, they've already so many different, like, stupid rebrands. You know, Twilight here's Amazing Atheist is very... He's still TJ from 2010, but he's less bombastic and he's subdued. I wish there was like more energy in his subduedness. He does a couple of good things. His individual like 20-minute segments on like a cultural issue are pretty good. He brings a certain vivaciousness and energy he doesn't to the podcast or the longer segments that he cuts out.
You know what I find really interesting about The Amazing Atheist? And I'm sure, I don't know if anyone has ever talked about it, but like...
The banana thing.
No, everyone talks about that shit. But he... like, after his first YouTube video, or, well, I'm not sure if it was his first, but like, it's the first one that he still has up. Where he's like publicly calling himself an atheist, and he's like, you know, dunking on Christianity. It's like the next video, something terrible happens to him. It's like, I don't know, man. It just sounds like you poked a bear here. Cause like, it was either like his next video or like the video like right after that where he's like announcing that his father just passed away.
I'm gonna tell you what. I originally started watching this guy named Fang X. He was a Christian YouTuber. And it was his feud with The Amazing Atheist is how I found The Amazing Atheist. Now, I kind of didn't like this guy at first. I thought he was a big stinkmeister. He's a big stinko. Didn't like him. But over time, you know, he kind of stayed in my recommended feed. And I let it fester for a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? I don't agree with him religiously. But it's like, man, he certainly is making some more, like, really, making some fucking fire content, you know, banger shit. Because everyone says that, like, 2010 TJ was the best TJ, early TJ, you know, he was the best. And he was on his game, he was fine. He was kicking ass.
I think the thing is that it wasn't that hard to be on top of your game during that time because all you had to do was make a video, and since no one else made videos at the time, you would just be at the top of everyone's recommended.
No, that's wrong. You can go back and look at videos from the time. There were tons of garbage videos that, you know, didn't get any views. Go back and watch 2010's fucking TJ. You know, go back and watch.
I watched a lot of fucking The Amazing Atheist's content. I went and viewed like some of his most viewed shit. I think the best one that he did was, ironically, when he just shut the hell up and he let this one guy, this one Jewish atheist guy, I forgot his name, he let him like talk on and on. What?
Is that the atheist guy you're talking about? Thunderfoot?
No! What the hell? There's like a hour-long interview he did, like really early on in his channel.
I don't know what that would have been then.
Yeah, there's like some Jewish philosopher, or I mean atheist.
I think some of his best content was just like the random like 20-minute fucking screens he would fucking do about, you know, X topic, and like, especially when he had his like blonde hair TJ before, like, you know, it went back to his.
I don't know. I mean, like, he had an energy to him, but I feel like it was always misdirected. Like, I feel like he's sort of the I hate everything. But instead of focusing on movies, he just focuses on whatever random shit he feels like focusing on that day.
Yeah.
I saw his, like, video about, like, you know, like, how he hates old people and young people and teens, and it's like, all this stuff's so generic.
Maybe I disagree. I feel like, yeah, he talks about hating old people and young people, but like, you're not listening, you're not absorbing his points. Like, yeah, a lot of it is a little bit, you know, hyperbolic, but like, there's always a nugget of truth in there. Something that he says that, like, you know, other people really don't talk about.
I mean, that doesn't mean that he's good. If he says 1,000 lies and one truth, it doesn't make him a fucking, you know, a magician here.
No, but in a world full of fucking cash content, fucking viral, garbage, fucking TikTok bullshit content,
What? I don't know. I feel like you are riding this man so hard, man.
yeah, don't even, like, you're gonna, this guy, the guy that watches fucking XQC is gonna criticize.
Hey, XQC is at his best when he is doing Minecraft runs, because then he actually fucking, you know, he gets into the groove, he gets, like, fucking philosophical about shit, and then he starts going off, and he goes off on, like, this really big rant, and it's very, very fun to listen to.
I wouldn't know, I'm not an X viewer, but like you've even said, like, some of the more interesting parts of X is his fucking chat.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, like, that's just Twitch in a nutshell, is like, good chat, good life.
I couldn't imagine being on that level where it's like, being so, like, down bad for content that you gotta, like, read Twitch chat because the guy that you're listening to is not interesting enough.
I mean, I disagree. It's kind of like, you know, alright, I know you probably don't do this, but when the Super Bowl is on and there's a bunch of commercials and there's a bunch of downtime in between the plays, then you go to 4chan and you see what everyone is saying about the Super Bowl and what kind of memes they're making. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but why do I need their feedback to form my own opinion about it?
You don't have to use their feedback to form an opinion. They're just there. They're fun to look at.
I was there when they were posting memes in the sports section about what was it, the Falcons?
The Falcons and the Patriots, international sign of choking, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny, but I don't need their input. I really don't. It's like every, like, You want to talk about, like, digging through the shit to find a nugget of gold. I mean, you're gonna go to fucking 4chan for that?
I didn't say anything of the sort, man.
For sure, to fucking find that nugget, dude.
You are strawmanning the hell out of this one.
No, I'm not. You're the one that's come in complete coke delusion.
Now you're just saying no you?
You're the one going into the purple mines.
Look, I go to 4chan when there's a topic that's exciting. Because I like to see what everyone is saying about it. I like to be there when the freshest, new, hottest memes drop. And they do drop, by the way. You know, being on 4chan during the Johnny Depp trial was some Kino stuff. Aquaman, Mega Pint.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch it. I didn't care about either side. I heard about it because everyone threw a giant shit fit about it. I don't,
You know, Amber Heard took a giant shit about it too.
That way, you know, I didn't listen to it. I really didn't get involved. And you're talking to a guy who, like, got very intimately fucking listened to the stupid pro-Jared controversy and got really into that stupid shit. But, like, even, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you listened to the pro-Jared shit before pro-Jared fired back and actually had a solid defense against the fucking two autists who besmirched his name in fucking the name of clout for the Game Grumps.
I kept up with it minute to minute, like, and I watched as, like, normal pro-Jared videos. Like, there would be videos that would get taken down, there were Game Grumps videos that had his name on it that were taken down, and I saw all of this happen in, like, real time, and I saw all of his audience, like, every single pro-Jared video went from, like, normal pro-Jared contents to, like, in real time. I watched as all of those comments flooded with, hey, what about that time you cheated on your wife? Kind of reminds me, and then, you know, all of his comment section basically got, like, you know, ruined, essentially. And I was kind of sitting there thinking about that and deeply ruminating and reflecting on these moments. And then I was sitting there in that moment, because I don't know what the future is, and I'm thinking, man, people used to really respect this guy, and now he's nothing, he's just garbage.
Alright.
And then, you know, he brought the receipts, and he saved his reputation, but not, you know, he's never gonna be as big as he was. He will never be.
Okay, Mr. Yapperton, what the fuck relevance does any of that have to what I was saying about how Twitch chat is cool because it's very fast?
Why would I care about Twitch chat? What the fuck does that have to do with what I was saying?
Well, why the fuck are you bringing this shit up? Like, yeah.
I don't know, because all you do is, like, digest memes that other people make for you and feed it into your gaping maw. While, like, I'm, you know, digesting things on a fucking deeper level.
Dude, Pro Jared happened like 6 years ago or some shit.
And I still had far more profound thoughts about that drama than you. Yeah, we were talking about Amber Heard, and you were talking about how you were so deeply involved in that, and watching.
I wasn't involved in it. I fucking was along for the ride, because there's like 1,000 memes that came out of it. What meme did you get out of the Pro Jared situation? Like,
shit right there.
name the fucking memes that you got out of the Pro Jared shit.
I mean, there were plenty of, like, I cheated on my wife memes. And there was, like, gamer, I cheated on my wife. There were those. But I mean, I wasn't there for the fucking memes. I'm not some fucking meme goblin like you are, where it's like I only, extricate the fucking value of a situation through how many memes I can fucking emptily laugh at as I fucking sit alone in a dark room. Maybe I take a little more out of it than that,
Again, why are you bringing this up? If we're talking about meme potential and like fast chats, and you're like just raw dogging and fucking being like, oh, you suck for looking at all that stuff. Like, what the fuck, man? Where's the. You are just fucking firing off with heat for fucking some reason, man. You're waking up and choosing violence here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'm getting mad, because you refuse to fucking put your stake in the ground and fucking stand up and say what you actually believe about any of this shit.
About what? Tell me what you're upset about. You're clearly upset I did something, but I am not understanding it because, yeah, you haven't really voiced it that well.
I have tried to fucking explain it to you, but no matter how much I fucking speak, your fucking TikTok brain won't fucking process what I have to tell you, no matter how well I break it down. I think that your consumption of media and the way that you process every new drama event is shallow and fucking vacant, and relies specifically on reading the chat of people like Forza and X, and relies on getting a constant fucking dopamine hit from all the memes you get on fucking 4chan, constantly breastfed. And you don't stop to process this on a deeper emotional level, because all you're there to do is fucking emptily yuck it up in a fucking cold, dark room,
It's not really cold at this time of year.
You get what I mean? Like, it's empty, it's nothing. You're just consuming, that's it.
Look, I'm not sure what's wrong. Would you rather I just not consume and be emotionally burdened throughout the day? Question mark?
I don't know, it seems like you're not really living, you're just existing as a lifeless being. You're really not experiencing any of these moments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a fucking job over here. So I don't have the money to go to fucking events and do things that normies like you find fun. Whoops, I'm sorry. All the fucking normies have judged that I'm too awkward to land at their fucking prestigious ass job. Which fucking, I didn't even apply for prestigious jobs. I applied for fucking McDonald's. And these stupid assholes won't hire me because they're a bunch of fucking women who only hire other women. And yes, I know, alright? I'm just gonna say it. They hire only women. Alright? Because they fucking see women as expendable, and they're like super nepotistic.
Okay, so I acknowledge that we've moved on from the pro-Jared and content digestion to more of a job hunt type thing. I acknowledge that. We've shifted gears. Okay.
No, I'm just voicing my concern about why I don't do any of the things that you want me to do as a normal person. Alright? Do you have the fucking capacity for me to enjoy life as a normal person? Do you have the excess money so that I can fucking experience normal things? Or are you just gonna sit there and fucking say that you don't, and my way of doing things is fine for what I am currently dealing with?
Tyler, we lived basically the same life where I was unemployed and you were unemployed, and we were basically, and I was still finding a way to digest this content in a way that, like, I was experiencing it